Most people think financial freedom is about money. But here's the truth. Financial freedom is about self-control. The power to say no when everyone else says yes. The strength to walk away from the instant dopamine so you can walk toward your long-term dreams. And if you master this, you don't just build wealth. You build a life that no one can take from you. Let's begin. 1. The myth of more. We've been lied to. We're told that freedom comes from having more money, more cars, more stuff. But ask the rich who truly feel free, and they'll tell you, freedom isn't about having more. It's about needing less. You don't need to earn $1 million to feel rich. You need to control the urge to spend every dollar you make. True wealth is what you don't see. It's the vacations you didn't take, the cars you didn't lease, the lifestyle you didn't upgrade. Because self-control isn't just about restriction. It's about choice. 2. Every dollar is a decision. Every time you swipe your card, you're not just buying an item. You're buying a future. Spending $50 on dinner today means you're saying no to $500 tomorrow. Money has the power to grow if you let it. But it can't grow if you kill it in the cradle. Self-control is recognizing that present comfort often costs future opportunity. Ask yourself this before your next purchase. Will this make me richer in value or just poorer in wealth? 3. The silent killer. Impulse. Impulse spending is one of the greatest enemies of financial freedom. And companies know it. They design apps, ads, and algorithms to bypass your logic and trigger your emotions. They want you to feel now and regret later. Because regret doesn't cost them. It costs you. When you pause, just for 10 seconds, you take the power back. You shift from emotional to intentional, from slave to master. That's self-control in action. 4. Self-control equals self-respect. Think about this. Every time you delay gratification, you're telling yourself, I'm worth the wait. My future is worth the discipline. This builds self-respect. And self-respect builds a powerful identity. You stop seeing yourself as broke, impulsive, lost. You start seeing yourself as someone with a plan, someone with boundaries, someone with power. And that is priceless. 5. The brain behind bad money decisions. Let's go deep for a second. There are 2 parts of your brain at war when it comes to money. The prefrontal cortex, the logical, long-term planner. The amygdala, the impulsive, fear-driven reactor. Guess which one marketers are targeting? That's right, the amygdala. The part that says, why Lello? Treat yourself. Just buy it. But self-control strengthens your prefrontal cortex. Every time you say no to temptation, you rewire your brain for clarity, logic, and delayed reward. That's how you go from being emotionally broke to mentally rich. 6. The link between discipline and wealth. Look at any millionaire who keeps their wealth, not the ones who win it or fake it. And you'll find one common trait: discipline. Discipline is the quiet habit that compounds. It doesn't look sexy on Instagram, but it shows up in their bank accounts, investments, and opportunities. They don't need to prove anything to anyone. They've already won in private. If you want financial freedom, fall in love with what happens in the dark. The early mornings, the meal preps, the budget meetings, the canceled temptations. That's where millionaires are made. 7. Time control equals money control. If you don't control your time, you'll never control your money. Time is the ultimate currency. Wasting it is more dangerous than wasting cash. Self-control over your schedule is just as important as over your spending. Every yes to unnecessary distractions is a no to progress. Guard your mornings. Limit your screen time. Prioritize high-value tasks. When you treat your minutes like millions, the millions eventually follow. 8. The habit loop that keeps you poor. Here's a dangerous loop. Feel bad, buy something, feel temporary relief, get more stress, repeat. This emotional spending trap is fueled by lack of self-awareness and self-control. It creates debt, guilt, anxiety, and dependency. Want to break the cycle? Insert a new loop. Feel bad, pause, reflect, take a walk, read, meditate, empower yourself. Replace consumption with creation. Replace escape with reflection. You don't need to numb your pain with spending. You need to learn from it. 9. Self-control in a culture of indulgence. We live in a world where saying no makes you weird, where instant gratification is not just accepted, it's worshipped. But the path to greatness is rarely crowded. Be the anomaly. Be the person who turns off notifications, who brings their own coffee, who invests instead of impresses. The world needs more examples of quiet power, of people who choose the long game, who choose self-mastery. 10. The compound interest of restraint. Most people talk about the compound interest of money, but let's talk about the compound interest of restraint. Each small act of self-control builds trust in yourself. That trust creates consistency. Consistency creates identity. And identity shapes your destiny. You don't need to do everything today. You just need to control the next 5 minutes. Then repeat that 1,000 times. That's how wealth is built. 11. From sacrifice to freedom. Self-control feels like sacrifice at first. You'll feel FOMO. You'll see friends flexing. You'll question your path. But keep going. Because one day, while others are trapped in jobs they hate, chasing status they can't afford, living paycheck to paycheck, you'll be free. Free to choose. Free to give. Free to live life on your terms. That's not just money. That's mastery. Closing. Make the choice today. Financial freedom isn't built in a day. It's built daily, through choices, habits, and restraint. So ask yourself, what can I stop doing today? Where can I practice control today? What future am I buying with my discipline? This isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Because when you master yourself, you master your money. And when you master your money, you unlock your freedom. Self-control equals financial freedom.